So, what's the problem?
Well, I like this girl, Sally.
Yung weirdo na medyo nerd?
Yeah, that one.
Does she like you?
Nope, she has a boyfriend.
Boyfriend? Ha, mahirap yun.
Ganun kasi.
So screwed.
Hoy! Tama na yan.
Bakit? Tsota mo?
Hindi. Pero, pwede kong bunutin yung mga tutsang mo. Eh, kung yung buong ilong mo na lang kaya.
Pwede. And the villain who looks like a giant.
Well, he tries to convince humans that he's a good guy, but
He's actually not.
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Galing, galing, galing.
Welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm Buddy Kunan, and tonight's topic is Metro Manila Film Festival 2016. Joining us still is Edith Yongson, MMFF committee member and one of the heads of marketing, and of course, the very dynamic, energetic, and enigmatic Direk Avid Leongoren.
Hola.
whose video you just watched a few seconds ago, and that is Saving Sally, official entry to the MMFF 2016.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Direk, for being on the show. And
My pleasure to be here.
I have to say, very impressed with your work with that video,
hope
with the teaser.
I hope others will like it too.
Absolutely. Now, before we jump into that, let's talk about your background. Who is Direk Avid?
I am a fine arts graduate and I fight crime when nobody's watching.
We can see your card, yeah, part-time ninja.
And yeah, I mostly do music videos and commercials. I've worked with pretty much everyone when it comes to music. Like I've done music videos for really angry bands, like, "Ah!" and you know, pop stars like Regine Velasquez, and then Sarah Geronimo, and mostly I did most of Yang Constantino's videos. And if you see those, that's the kind of stuff I do, like animation and happy stuff.
Is this the first thing you did out of college? Because you came from UP Fine Arts.
Yeah. The thing is, I went my batch in fine arts. It should have been UP College of Fine Arts and Music kasi lahat ng batchmates ko, they were all good musicians, and I wanted so much to be in a band, but I had no musical talent. So I just said, hey, I'll just make your music videos. And my classmates, they became famous. They're in the band Kamikaze. I went to school with Parokya ni Edgar. So
There you go.
it was really a very musical batch. So I ended up, and I went to school with Moonstar 88, another band. So I ended up, just to be part of it because I couldn't play. I had no musical talent. I wanted to. I tried so hard, but so I just shoot. I made music videos, and that spilled over to making commercials for brands, and that's kept me alive and fed me. So,
Yes. No. It sounds like it's a very energetic industry. I mean, being in this line that you're in, and now you've segued into movie making.
we tried.
How did that work? How did you get involved in directing a movie, a full feature film?
Okay, so I started making music videos in the early 2000s, and at that time, the only things they were offering, there was a buzz. There were a lot of young music video directors, and then at that time, film studios wanted to get these music video directors to make films. But the only thing that they wanted us to make were like bold films, like sex scenes, stuff like that, which are cool, by the way. But
I mean, there could be some art there.
yeah,
sure,
definitely. And there were great stuff from that time. But the first movie I wanted to make was something my mom could watch. So, and then I committed to that. Then it took me a decade to finish it. So, no.
Yeah, and your videos, I understand, your music videos have like a positive, happy kind
It's
of
always,
feel to it, theme,
I always work with, since I'm an illustrator first, I like drawing, and I like working with people. So that's always been what we do for the music videos I work on. I always, make it fantasy-based, ganyan. So, yeah. So I put cartoons and singers together usually. So
which is what we're seeing now
for
in
the
this,
film.
For the film,
yeah.
Saving,
So I
Saving
spent
Sally.
like 5 years practicing on different artists and made it into a feature film.
So would you say that your background as a music video director and TVC director it's influenced your work now in Saving Sally?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely, because I pretty much just practiced what I wanted to do on the film on these short-term projects.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
I understand that Saving Sally has a very interesting background to it. It's not a new film.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's taken a while to complete.
Over a decade. Used up most of my 20s for it. So, yeah. So because it's an animated film, and then most animated films require a staff of like 300 or 400 people, and I only had 4 or 5 people with me at in the duration of the 10 years. So that's what
Imagine
happened.
that. Ida, this must be the oldest movie in, or the longest produced.
Yeah, I was
produced
wanting
movie.
to correct that word
Yeah.
oldest because people would think, it's an old movie.
No,
just
no,
being
no.
No, it's
shown
not a new.
now.
It's not
It's
an old-
actually
yeah.
it's
It took
in a
a
span
long
of time,
time.
but
Yeah.
it just recently
But see,
finished.
it's like fine wine, you know. The best wines you gotta age
Definitely,
them.
definitely.
But see, Ida, under the old rules of the old MMFF, his entry would never have made it because
Definitely not.
it's something that
Definitely
10 years
not.
in the making, he would
Yeah.
have had to submit the script before and how do you do that,
And
no?
this is one of the positive side on the change because now the Filipino public will have the benefit watching movies such as this.
Would Saving Sally have made it before? Let's say, even if it was done, let's say within the time frame, 5-6 month time frame of the old MMFF, would a
No.
movie like his have?
It boils down to the criteria and not within that criteria.
Yes.
And also before most the ones that get into the lineup are all just big studios.
Exactly.
So we have no backing. We are not part of a big studio.
So you're an independent filmmaker.
pretty
would-
much,
would you
yeah,
consider
yeah.
yourself
Yeah, of course.
independent
Because
filmmaker?
I have no money.
Because that is really the traditional definition of what an indie filmmaker or indie
Ish.
studio is. No,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
backed up by a big studio. Now,
Yeah.
would you say that this year's lineup would be more of that, or it's a misnomer?
Well, I still say it's a misnomer.
Okay.
These are the films that qualified there. And you don't say that it's indie or they're commercial. It's within the criteria. Now, how could you say that, like Articulo Uno, the co-production of General Luna is small or
You can
not-
actually go through every.
Yeah, quantum. So
you can actually
it's
go through every entry, and
Exactly.
and they're all like, for
Different.
example.
Different, yes, very cutting edge.
Yeah, and
Yes.
then I mean, they're also not indie really. I mean, in
Yep.
terms of like Sunday Beautiful is backed by Articulo Uno, which
Exactly.
did General Luna. Septic Tank is
It's
backed by
Quantum.
Quantum, which did Kimidora, right?
Kimidora
As co-financer or something.
Walang Forever.
Oh yeah, sorry. English Only Please.
English Only Please.
Walang Forever.
Yes.
Very, very big films as well.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
done very, very big films. So, and the rest, and there's a Star Cinema entry. What else? What are the others? And Die Beautiful is
Yeah.
backed by Regal now.
How about
so
Cabecera?
Cabecera.
With,
Cabecera,
Noro Nor.
yes. Well, it's actually that is certainly a newbie and independent.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
more on my side. They're my peeps. We're the small guys.
So we're seeing that the traditional, the old school, so to speak, definition of
Yeah.
what an indie film or indie studio was, it's not really, it's getting blurred.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
because
very
you
blurred.
don't now look at the production side or whether they're big or small. You look at the finished
The
product.
finished product, yeah.
And this finished product,
yes.
they're the ones that actually got in.
And again, this year's rule says that it's not just a script or the lineup. You have to see the product.
Exactly.
Which makes sense in any
Exactly.
in any contest, right?
Yes,
You have to see the
absolutely.
finished goods, whether it's a beauty pageant
Yeah.
or
Yes,
a
yes,
car,
yes.
you know.
All festivals are actually like that.
anything.
You need to have the final film.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned either earlier, 10% global appeal.
Global appeal.
How does one put a finger on what is appealing
Well,
globally? What is
well,
that?
there is an actual meaning as to what MMFF says about that 10%, which is basically,
Because
it says
go.
verbatim, the extent to which a film's story, characters, and their resonates with audiences from all walks of life, and a breakthrough barriers in terms of the class and the gender. And by the way, there's also 10% Filipino sensibility, which is about the film story, character, themes, reflecting and interpreting Filipino experience.
It seems more complicated also this year, no? I mean, even just that all the
I
criteria.
think what
Direct.
my non-professional
Yes,
opinion
yes,
on the
yes.
global appeal. It's like, I guess what the MMFF is trying to do is like, how we watch Korean films. So it's very Korean, and yet even if it's dubbed, and even if the scenarios are uniquely happening,
relate.
Yep.
you can
Like
relate. So I guess that's what they're
Yep.
trying to do now.
Yep.
We're not just looking at our country; we're looking at
Exactly.
exporting these things.
You know,
So-
Direk, I'm a big
Yes.
fan of indie
Yes.
films. I mean, okay, I'll go back to calling indie films. Okay, from overseas,
ahead.
the non-Hollywood, non-big studio ones. And, they're dubbed. I don't speak Danish.
You
I
don't
don't
speak
speak
Danish.
French, right?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but
When they're
you can
dubbed.
relate to
Yeah,
these
yeah,
movies.
exactly.
They're beautiful. Right? It's the
Yes.
art, it's the way they're done, it's the story, it's
I
everything.
mean, I guess that's what they were going for, So
Yep.
for us to share these films outside of our country as well.
Is this the first time an animation is being has been submitted to
It's actually the third time,
Oh,
which
really?
is yeah.
But it's the first time to go in,
yeah.
to actually be shown in terms of the full animation.
Really?
Now, there has been animation, but little bits and pieces of part of the film.
It's not like this one. It's really a.
Exactly.
It's not a whole.
There's
it's not a full
actually
animation,
one
no?
entry already, like from 6 years ago, RPG Metanoia. It's a
Oh,
full
okay,
animation.
right,
yeah.
right,
So
right.
but I guess it didn't get the full support, like because it was
I actually
surrounded.
don't remember that one.
RPG Met. See, so it got drowned by the rest of the entries, which were the. I mean, if it had been part of the lineup now, it would have been given more a chance.
Pure animation without human.
Like here, we're seeing some
Yeah,
clips
yeah,
from
so
your
really,
Saving
yeah,
Sally.
exactly.
It looks
Yours is a
very
combination
nice,
of
huh?
human and animation.
That was pure animation.
Pure
Mine
animation.
is a
Yeah.
combination.
How many
so-
people went into making this movie, Saving Sally?
Maybe a total of, let's say, maybe 150 people working at different times over a span of a decade. But the core team, there were just 5 of us and 2 dogs.
Yeah, because it looks like you really bring in a lot of
Ang
lot of
cute naman, 2
disciplines.
dogs.
It looks like you bring in a lot of disciplines, no, into the movie,
definitely. It's we painted, we animated, so lots of pretty much all of our art weapons were used for the film.
What is Saving Sally about? How come it's? Very interesting name.
It's a really very simple love story. It's about that time where you like a girl, or not even a girl, just a person that doesn't like you back, and that person likes somebody who is terrible. So you want to save that person from that person. So you want to save them.
You want to save Sally from this
This
tragedy
jerk.
that could
Yeah,
befall
actually,
her.
yeah.
We're going with this jerk, as you
Yeah,
mentioned.
pretty much yun lang siya. It's a very,
Well, it's a
very
there you go.
It's a very,
Yeah,
very
it's
simple
something for
story.
everyone.
To add
Yes.
on, it has all the formula. It's got the romance, a lot of killing factors.
Yeah.
It's apart from the animation, you have that bad guy, good guy concept. You have comedy there, so it's.
And it's
good
also,
mix.
like I've watched it with families, and the kids really like it just for the visuals
Absolutely.
of it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Definitely.
like little kids like that my friends brought along, they were so happy with it. So it's one of those little family things that you can.
And again, a misnomer because like Avid is humble. It's really a very expensive film. Animation
Yeah, I
is
was going to
very
ask you
expensive.
that. I was going to ask you that because the perception of lay people is it's only someone on a computer doing all this, so you don't have elaborate sets, you don't have
Yeah.
location shoots, blah 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 blah.
The thing about that is that when you're shooting an organic film, like something that just is in camera. You'll probably spend like 30 days shooting and maybe like maybe 1 month of post production.
Yeah.
We were in post production. The cost of post production spanned for
Way,
years,
yeah.
so that's why it's expensive because you're paying for people every single day of the week. So I have a staff that when we started, they were fresh grads, and now they're paying for houses and cars. So so that adds up. So.
As a filmmaker, it must be very fulfilling for you after this 10-year journey to have finally, and in this year, to have it entered in the new MMFF must be
It's great.
right.
Like super psyched when we were announced to be part of it, but still a massive learning curve from when we were announced to be part of MMFF to getting the film out to cinemas. So that in itself, right, the past 3 weeks are harder than the past 10 years because
Why is that? What is the challenge here?
the challenge is,
Apart from time pressure.
Yeah.
aside from time pressure, a film is releasing a film is, first you need to make the film.
Yep.
Then you need to get people to watch your film. That's marketing, and that's something I've known nothing about. So it's
And
like
this
being
is-
on the
yeah.
job. I'm learning on the job how
Yeah,
to do it,
yeah.
and we're working on like fixing deals, how to get cinemas to play you, and all that stuff. That boring stuff that I know nothing about, but are very necessary.
And this is what I'm
Absolutely.
telling people, hindi sila manghuhula. You have to saturate the market. They have to know you have a good film. And with that, unfortunately, comes funds required in terms of the
Yes,
marketing.
Of course, for marketing
especially,
expense. Of
yeah,
course.
well, you can actually go through social media. I truly believe in that. It happened with General Luna and Tadhana. I still believe, because this is Metro Manila and film festival, and even the provinces would show it, you would actually need TV marketing as well, which is quite expensive.
Very
Yes,
expensive.
yes. And in previous years, when the big studios were, they had it all, right? The
Yep.
big
Yep,
studios
yep.
have this whole division dedicated
Exactly.
to marketing. They have
Yes,
the
yes,
network, they
exactly.
have the contacts and all that.
Yep.
No? Whereas you guys, smaller producers, smaller filmmakers,
Yeah, it's just
it
me
is
and
it is a
just
difficult
me,
thing.
some friends, and 2
Okay.
dogs. So.
I want to correct that in terms of smaller in terms of number, but in terms of funding, it's in fact 3 to 4 times more expensive than the typical
The film itself.
Films,
Yeah. The film
Typical
itself.
movie that we're
Because
seeing every month, Filipino films. So.
And is this the reason why the production of the film lasted so long, 10 years?
Yeah, because we were, we didn't know how to finish it at first, so we were just spending piecemeal. We didn't really say that, okay, we have this big budget, finish the film in 2 years, We didn't have that. We were just, oh, how much money do we have now? Okay, let's spend. Okay, how much money do we have next? Let's spend. Oh, we're running out of money. Let's bring in more money. So it was like
What
that.
made you join MMFF?
Yes.
It was the criteria.
Criteria.
When they saw that the criteria, oh, maybe we have a chance. So it was, it was really a roll of the dice. So because
Otherwise, where were you supposed to show?
yeah, no idea. Like I said, I have no idea how to bring a film out. It's just that MMFF is a platform.
Suerte ng Filipino public, they can see this now.
No, absolutely. And as I said before, and I'll say it, in MMFFs of previous years, the reason why a lot of people have stayed away and kind of, didn't even give it a second thought, really, is because, okay, I mean, I'll say it, there was a bit of a perception that a lot of the films being shown had a quality deficit.
Okay, well, I would like to correct that a lot of people are
please.
not watching it because
There are lots of people
there
watching.
are actually lots of people watching.
I'm talking about the
segment
the
of
market
the-
segment,
yes, a
exactly.
certain market segment. True, correct.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. In terms of the description of the basura, I don't actually like using that word because these are also Filipino taste.
Sure.
As far as the CD market is concerned. But the AB market, they would lean towards more the foreign films and
Different tastes.
Yeah,
Different tastes.
yes.
Yeah.
But what's good about this year's MMFF? Halo-halo siya.
Halo-halo, yeah.
Halo-halo as in halo-halo and halo-halo as in the food halo-halo, where you have a lot of different mix. You have romantic comedy, you have animation romantic comedy,
You have
Horror.
you have horror, you have
which is what a festival is supposed
thriller,
to be about, right?
yes,
drama,
I mean,
you
you
have-
go to any film festival overseas, and it's a mix.
walang
Right?
magkamukha tong
Yep.
walong to. It's quite exciting.
So this is really groundbreaking.
And I guess, one of the different things about this year is that in previous years, people would support one film, that they, one blockbuster film. That's how they watch unique. Like, I'll watch this and this only. But this time, when you look at the feedback, like, I want to watch this, and this. So there's that festival atmosphere, so which is great for all of us.
Yes. Do you know? Yeah, please.
I'm sorry,
No, no, go.
nakaka-touch. We've received a lot of talagang sobra in literally hundreds of thousands feedback as it's about time, it's good you guys are doing it. Oh, we will watch all. Now we're going to see this type of films. This is the first time. So, ang ganda-gandang feedback. And then comes out in the news, indie, not for Christmas. And
Not
I was
for
thinking,
children.
okay, where is this coming from? Have they seen the movies? Kawawa naman if they don't see this.
Either direct, as I said, time goes by very fast when you talk about a topic like this. But before I leave the audience with another teaser of Saving Sally, last words, let's start with Lady.
Okay, where should I look? Okay. Manood po kayo, Metro Manila Film Festival 2016, December 25 opening. You will not regret. Don't just watch one or two. You should really watch all 8 of them so you can experience different types of genres, different types of Filipino movies, and you will love it.
Thank you, Ida. Direct.
MMFF, maraming magandang Filipino films. Tsaka malay mo, feel na feel mo. Alliteration.
Ay, ang cute, MMFF.
Feel na feel mo.
Malay
MMFF
mo, feel na
ma-feel-
feel mo.
You should make it for
That's
next
it.
year.
Well, actually,
Bravo.
that's we just thought of that now.
Bravo. Ida, Direct, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And it's been
Thank you
wonderful
for the
having you guys
opportunity.
here, and I
Thank
wish you the best of luck. I really have a good feeling about your film.
I
and
hope
we'll be
people
hoping
watch
it wins and wins big. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So guys, I'm going to leave you now with another teaser of Saving Sally. Please watch the MMFF series coming up in a few days, and I'll see you again next week.
Yay.
This is a story about a girl who is literally the center of the universe and a boy astronomer who is drawn to her light. The girl is stolen by a band of monsters who keep her in an impenetrable fortress. They enslave her and keep her from her birthright. She thinks her only way out is marrying this monster prince because she feels that living with one monster is better than living in a fortress full of them. And all this time, the boy plots her rescue from his observatory. You hate it.
No, I don't. I haven't cried this much since Optimus Prime died in Transformers the movie. The animated one, okay?
You're not crying. I weep inside.